Daddy!
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That, the podcast where we watch the worst movies from trailer 10 credits scene by scene. So you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
Just gonna move on.
That was a game time decision.
Yeah, I figured.
Okay.
So we're back. We got a new movie.
Yes, we do.
We're always back.
do.
We're always back.
Yeah.
So we have a new movie. Well, are we?
No, we are back. We do have a new movie. It was supposed to be Dante's Peak. Shout out to Ben.
Let's get that. Let's get the apologies out of the way now.
We're trying to do Dante's Peak.
Let's get the apologies out of the way for all the past, right?
Yep, exactly.
That's
the bad
how,
out.
That's
Get
how it
the
works,
bad out.
right? Just
Yes.
it happened then, though. So
You're right. This is now. That was then. This is now.
we're better people.
I'd like to think so.
We are committed to being a better persons.
Yeah, it's not our fault. HBO
not-
did this.
It's true. It's actually HBO's fault. So
Home box office. We're coming for you. Yeah. So instead of resorting to piracy like animals, we decided to change things up instead and do this movie,
right.
Which is, should I just say it?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Okay. Selfless. Stylized as self/less.
Are you sure it's not? I think it's actually pronounced self/less. That's the movie title. That's the international movie title.
You're right. My bad. Parentheses 2015.
Yeah, I added that in there. I figured you'd like to know what year it came out.
I do. I always do. So here's the premise. A dying real estate mogul transfers his consciousness into a healthy young body, but soon finds that neither the procedure nor the company that performed it are quite what they seem. Which I'm furious already.
Classic evil corporation stealing data type of situation. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah, that's part of it. I'm sure. But also, like, where'd this healthy young body come from for a real estate mogul here to, like, what? This is fucked up. This is classist. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah. Those elites, the coastal elites that are.
Doesn't sound like a bad idea.
So, yeah, that's the premise here. It sounds like it could be good, right? I'm shocked it's not.
Yeah. I mean, this landed at 19% on Rotten Tomatoes, so
Yeah.
square in our wheelhouse. So
Yeah. But like Ryan Reynolds and Ben Kingsley, I was like, come on, this is going to be, and the premise is interesting.
yeah, I mean, absolutely. This isn't terrible.
Right.
The last part's pretty. I don't know. It still feels pretty generic, but it's still it's still interesting, right?
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
I
haven't heard this tale in a while.
Yeah. Okay, so Selfless. That's gonna be our next movie. So new movie. We're gonna do the trailer trash. But before we get to the trailer, fan service.
We do. We have a fan service.
Nice.
Shout out to Thais for sending us an email. Thank you, as always. Number one fan over there. Well, I say that until you get into the meat of this email.
Oh boy,
she's not happy.
I'm not sure. This doesn't look like a compliment sandwich at all.
I don't think it's a compliment sandwich.
No. Okay. Well, let's break it down like we do everything.
Right. Exactly. If there's one thing we're good at, it's kind of that.
Sort
of. So subject line here, Breaking Dawn Part 1, space, trailer trash.
That's a bit far of a break. We don't need to break it down that far, but okay. Yeah.
No, well, I'm only doing that because
You want to
our
call
titles
out
are like that now. For those episodes, if you go back and listen to those ones, remember the titles.
But you should.
Yeah, many punctuations, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
So she leads off here. No, first of all, no greeting, mildly insulting.
Like
right?
we are people at the other end of this. So
Yeah. She's doing like the trailers I don't like, where it's coming in too hot. So she starts, ugh, so, which it's going to be a good one. Where this is not a compliment sandwich.
No, this is not.
Yeah. In the books, Bella is very clumsy. She's constantly tripping on shit. The first movie, spoiler alert, plays with that a bit, but other than her slipping by the truck or whatever, they don't really mention it until this movie where she asked her dad to not let her fall. So we can stop there for a second.
Yeah.
I completely forgot that. That's on me. I apologize, listeners and Thais.
Oh, did we say that she's clumsy or not clumsy?
No, we didn't address that at all. So Thais is making fun of us, making fun of her for being like, "Don't let me fall, Dad," which is a stupid line because it does have some bearing on the past.
Yes, but it's not in the movies, though, is it?
It is in the first movie.
Oh, sorry, first movie. Okay, well, I didn't see the first movie. She's clumsy.
So. Right. That's why it's on me. It's squarely on my shoulders.
I wouldn't take that burden.
Oh, all right. Well, Russ takes.
I'm not saying I'm sharing it with you, but
equal and half responsibility for this.
No, I didn't say that. Just said don't blame yourself.
He and I are both very sorry.
No, pretty sure I didn't say that, but
so yes, our bad, collectively. Thais continues. She's not girly in quotes, so she's not used to walking around in heels, as you saw with the Alice scene, which is true. She is crappy at that. And she's just prone to falling. So that's why she asked her dad to help her. All caps, get off Charlie's back. He's a saint.
Chris. We're talking about Chris now, right?
We're talking about Chris. Yeah, dad Chris.
Chris Don. Right. No, not Don. Chris.
Donna Mint?
Swan. That's it.
Yeah, Swan. Oh my! You're looking for last name the whole time.
Yeah, I'm already done with this. I'm done with this movie. Okay, right. So
yeah, Chris Swan.
So Chris Swan.
Yes.
Her real dad, by the way, which is Charlie's brother, but they don't address that. It would have been better in the book.
Oh, well, I think they do in the second part. We'll get there. So Thais continues, and Russ, mock the lines all you want, but I feel bad for every woman you've been with since you're incapable of being romantic.
Wow.
Harsh. Really harsh. Wow. This is not a compliment sandwich. This is an insult.
Wow, that is shot to the heart.
Yep, shot to the heart. I feel like you're kind of a romantic guy, right?
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
What?
Can't think of any specific examples, but I'm sure you are.
It's not important.
Yeah, it's not important. She continues to quote the movie. Last night was the best night of my existence, saying that is a romantic line. And then she says, Jared, take notes, who's me.
That's you. Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Duly noted.
Yeah, just don't say that line in like the wrong moments. Like the nights you're home playing video games, you're like, last night was the best night of my existence.
Correct. That's a bad idea.
It's all about timing with that one. So
yes, like when we're recording the podcast or something.
Yeah, don't be like, last night was the best night of my existence. Yeah, don't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Smart. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Or anytime you go to Olive Garden alone, don't be like, last night was the best night of my existence. Don't,
Oh, should I do that? Shouldn't.
The OG alone is kind of fun.
He says from experience. I respect that. Maybe I should do that. Okay. Anyway, she goes on. Just realized I'm listening to the trailer trash and not the movie. This is what she was talking about, I think, before we started recording. So she said, I'll be back with more. I'll also correct the subject line of the email. So I think what happened
this is a retraction then.
Well, I think she used the Google undo, which is a retraction that works in real life.
Yeah.
And then sent us the correct version because the subject line was correct. It said trailer trash. So I think she corrected it. No need for an apology there at all. You did the right thing. You nailed it. This is exactly how it's intended to be.
Okay. So there's a little bit of time travel going on in this email.
There's a little bit of time travel happening in this email. That's exactly right. This is Back to the Future of fan service. So then she goes on. Maybe this is the compliment sandwich. OMG, the size of a turkey. Facepalm emoji.
Yeah.
Apparently you can get 8-pound turkeys, she says, which when were we talking about a turkey? Oh, we're talking about the size of the baby, right?
Yeah. And I said turkey and you're like, whoa, turkey's too big. And I was like, you can get small turkeys. And you're like, turkeys are like 20 pounds. I'm like, dude, turkeys come in smaller sizes. And then we went to rotisserie chicken, which felt a little bit more appropriate. So.
Right. I'm not sure I finished the trailer trash when I was listening to it. So that makes sense. I wasn't sure how long we talked about birds. So
no, we covered foul in general for a pretty good amount of time during that.
A lot of foul play. Okay.
All right. That's my joke.
Okay. So then she continues to send us a link to a guide on how to buy a turkey, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
And then she asks Donna Mint, which if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Yeah. You can't. That's what Donna Mint would say, but
that is exactly what Donna Mint would say.
She's not around this weekend.
Yeah, famous ITMT recurring character Donna Mint, as we all know.
She's just not around. That's all.
She'll be back someday. Don't worry, dedicated listeners. Then she is closing this with, I guess, a compliment. Well, this is an insult first.
Yeah.
Also, boys, the order to watch the movies is 2, 4, 3, 1, 5, which she said Jared said it wrong, which is probably true. I do say a lot of things wrong. 2, 4, 3, 1, 5. And that makes perfect sense.
Okay. Hey, you're breaking up the Breaking Dawn, I guess.
Yep, you want to break up the Breaking Dawn. Yes.
You start with the new moon. You go to Breaking Dawn Part 1, go to Eclipse, go to the first one, and then you go to Part 2 of Breaking Dawn.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, 100%.
So again, I apologize. I feel like I'm apologizing all over. Russ and I take equal responsibility for any mistakes that I have made.
Not sure why I'm
in the past.
I don't need to be part of this.
So he specifically and I specifically are both sorry.
Pretty sure for our mistakes. I'm not part of that.
Wait, and here's the compliment at the end. Great prognostication, Russ. Jared, good
Thank
effort.
you.
Sorry, great effort, she says, but she means it sarcastically. I can tell.
Okay.
Then she says, love you, which may also be sarcastic. It's hard to tell. So yeah, not a great email for me.
Yeah, no, that's you're not. It's not looking good. Not looking like not looking like last night was the greatest night of your existence. So
nope, hardtimes.net over here.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Well,
all right. Huh. Well, hey, good luck with that over there.
Yeah, thank you. And hey, great work. Great prognostications, Russ. I agree.
I know.
You're just good at what you do. You know,
this is what you do. Yeah. Just put in maximum effort, and there you go.
Yep. Maximum overdrive. Great. So yeah, you can also send us emails like Thais did. Other listeners, I'm addressing you now. thisismethat@gmail.com. You know the drill, but send us one. We'll read them just like Thais. And thank you, Thais, as always. If you have more critiques on Twilight, looking forward for you to listening to part 2.
Yeah, that should be a ball of fun.
Yeah, we might pick on Charlie again. Sorry, Chris.
Chris Swan. Yeah, her real father, Chris Swan. We all know this.
Yes, right.
If anyone really read the books, they would know Chris Swan was her real father. But
that's canon.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Should we talk about the trailer?
Trash this trailer, right?
So my bad. I can see that you are not a fool like I am.
Oh boy.
I got bamboozled.
Oh boy.
And, so I started right away. I said, my kind of movie, hot start. We're getting right into it. And then I proceeded to describe the scenes. We had guys in a lab.
You got hooked.
Yeah. And I want the listeners to experience this like I experienced it. We'll get to the trap in a second.
Okay. Well, I'll let you go. Go ahead.
Yeah. So hot start, guys in a lab, Ryan Reynolds' face, some guy saying there's no science, which is weird.
Yep.
Title card, God created man. Then they put Ben Kingsley in some kind of machine, and then also Ryan Reynolds in a machine. Narrator says there's been no progress for some reason. Then there's a title card, man created immortality. And then he finishes the sentence, no progress without sacrifice. And then we see Ben Kingsley covered by a sheet because he's dead. And then title card, self/Les. And what the shit? This is when I realized I'd been bamboozled.
You got pre-trailered, my friend.
I was very angry after that. You saw right through the scam.
It was too fast. It was too quick.
I know. I was looking forward to it.
It was 15 seconds. It was like, blender time.
I was ready to get blended, and then all of a sudden, rug pull.
I'm sorry, bud. Yeah, you get the wool pulled over your eyes there.
It's okay. It's not your fault.
No, I know. But it makes me think like that they must have known this movie sucked, and they're like, we have to squeeze in a 15.
They're only going to watch 2 seconds of this.
So that whole opening is 15 seconds. So it's like, but still, yeah, they're only going to watch 5 seconds of this. We need to get them real quick. Just show Ryan Reynolds and have some crazy, sci-fi chat talk.
Out of the 3-minute trailer, it's such a long trailer.
It's a 3-minute long trailer, and 15. Well, not entirely true, because like the last 30 seconds of the trailer or 15 is like just
that's true. Focus
features being like, click on all this other shit we have. But yes, it's still a 2.5 minute long trailer at least.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Yeah. So
I got fooled.
You got,
and then I guess we start the real trailer, right?
Yes. I hate this trend. We've talked about this. Let's take a moment to talk about how much we hate this trend of the pre-trailer trailer before the trailer that's actually attached to the trailer.
It's a nightmare.
Stop doing it.
Please stop. I know there's at least one filmmaker listening to this.
I feel like we need we need to do like one of those like really bad PSAs where like, just please stop with the pre-trailer trailers.
Yeah, like you see these scrambled eggs? That's your eggs on pre-trailer trailers.
$1 a day can solve this problem.
Just say no.
Just say no to pre-trailer trailers. So yeah, you get bamboozled. And then we cut into
rated PG-13 for sequences of violence, some sexuality, which I think you just have to put on Ryan Reynolds movies, and language.
Pretty standard for, I think, baseline Ryan Reynolds movies come in at PG-13, right?
Yeah, some sexuality and language is a given.
Yes, you're gonna get that, right?
Yeah, you're gonna get that.
Then we cut right to focus features. Legit.
Yeah, this is what I expected initially. Real slow start. Oh, okay. Focus features, sure.
Yeah, legit. And game entertainment, also legit.
Never heard of it.
Okay. And then we cue up the kind of generic, intense sci-fi music, which you could probably attach to most trailers. Yep. Or listen to any sci-fi trailer, and you'll hear this music. So it's kind of like it's like a Hans Zimmer kind of ripoff type of. Yeah,
it's intending to be evoke suspense or something, right?
Yeah, again, I think like the 15 second pre-trailer, like the music here, I think it's trying to make this movie seem better than it is.
Yep, and failing.
And we haven't even watched it yet.
Nope. I mean, we've watched the trailer at least, but is that Sir Kingsley's voice that's narrating at this point?
No, that's Matthew Good. That's our buddy Matthew Good from.
Okay,
Leap Year.
Voice and face blindness.
Yeah, no, that's Matthew Good. Okay. So we start off with the exposition about Ben Kingsley's character, Sir Ben Kingsley, actually, I think.
Right. Well, I said Sir Kingsley.
Just want to make sure. So Matthew Good, he's doing a voiceover.
Anybody gets knighted these days, you know.
I know, right? Why aren't we knighted yet?
Well, we'll get there. One Barely Lethal Part 2, listen at a time.
We're gonna have to go and re-edit all of our old episodes and be like, "I'm Sir Russ. Mm-hmm. I'm Sir Jared.
Sir Jared." Yeah, we will definitely do that.
So yeah, we got Matthew Good. He's basically our villain.
Seems like it. I mean, I think if Ben Kingsley was going to be the villain, but he's stealing a young person's body.
Well, he might also be a villain too. I mean,
true.
So Matthew Good doing a voiceover about how Ben Kingsley's character, how he built an empire from the ground up. Matthew Good doing a very good evil kind of villain guy, kind of a little over the top, a little bit.
Yep, it's very Leap Year-esque.
So then we basically get it. Sir Kingsley is rich, and then we get a bunch of shots in New York City, right?
Like a lot of shots of him doing rich guy stuff. Like he's got gold toilets, and like he's like in Trump Tower or something, probably.
Yeah,
definitely. You definitely know what they're going for.
Yeah, and then and then right after all that, though, we literally get another. Just let's slam dunk this home. We have some random dude being like, "Hey, yeah, you're so and so. You built New York City," and it's like, okay, yeah, we established that a second ago.
Right,
got it.
And then this is when we get Ben Kingsley complaining about, right? Like, people will say that your buildings make you immortal, but
I think this is still Matthew Good. I think I think it's still him. I think Matthew Good is the voiceover for this entire thing.
I can't tell.
Yeah, okay. It doesn't matter.
Can't tell for the life of me. But both the characters have the same goal, right? It's like
basically to show that he's a rich ass dude,
right?
And is very powerful.
Sir Kingsley not die.
Yes, we got it. And then there's just a bunch of quick shots of Sir Kingsley. I don't know the character's name yet, so I'm just keep calling that. But he's just doing a bunch of rich guy stuff, right? He's looking under tables in the restaurant. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I don't. Well, I thought that was when he like slumped over from whatever. Because then all of a sudden, this cuts of him in the hospital.
Well, because he is dying. Oh, okay. Right. It looked like he was just looking.
It did look like he was looking under the table. That's what I thought at first. And then now I'm like, wait a second. In the context of the rest of this, I think it's actually because he's slumping over from some kind of brain tumor or something.
That makes so much more sense. Okay. Right. I was like, oh, yeah, rich guy stuff. You look underneath the tables. You never know what's under there. What's under
big
here?
Table guy. Yeah. Ooh, gum.
Not at this restaurant. Yeah, and then him in the hospital, him riding a nice card plane with a gold fashioned business card with a phone number on it. You don't get that.
Yep.
People
225-330-7040.
Give it a call. Let us know what you hear.
Yeah. Well, I gave it a call.
Did you? What'd you get?
Yeah, you didn't call? How did you not call?
I thought about it, but I was like, Gerald, do this.
Yeah, that's fair. So it's because it's 2015. It was like viral marketing. You were supposed to call.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
And it's right. However, because it's now 2022, it doesn't work. So it's busy. But I did look up what it was supposed to be, and it's supposed to be somebody from whatever Phoenix, whatever the company is there.
We don't know the company in the trailer, but
the evil company, right?
Yeah, of course, it's Phoenix, right? Rises like a Phoenix. Okay,
exactly. Yeah. Anyway, the name of the company is Phoenix something stupid, and it's like a call answering service for that company or something. It was like, oh, if you want more information about the movie, like press 1. Data rates may apply. Oh, great.
Don't get me wrong. Like I like enjoy those things. I love that stuff. I'm into it.
Yeah. Well, not when there's a goof involved, because I also did a slight sentence reading further on that when it said, any of our Louisiana listeners will know that's a Baton Rouge phone number.
225. Yeah.
Yep. And this company is based in Manhattan.
So there were scenes in this trailer where they're like in New York, and all of a sudden they're definitely in Louisiana.
Oh, interesting.
There's shots of them. I mean, when he's walking to the cemetery, they're all the above ground cemeteries. So I mean, maybe it actually takes place. Oh yeah,
that's true.
Maybe some of it does actually take place in.
Maybe, but the company's based in Manhattan.
New York. So. Manhattan.
Why would the answering service be right?
225.
So somebody in this article that was griping about it, and I was like, I don't care anymore. I called in, I got a busy tone.
I mean, they could have set up a company, whatever. Anyways, okay, we don't need to talk about that.
Hey, another piece of advice for movie makers out there. Russ and I like to do this from time to time. Leave your viral marketing campaigns up for like 7 years, please. I wanted to call in. Like, how much does it cost you?
Yeah, it's what, $5 a year, $10 a year, $20 a year?
Totally worth it.
Totally worth it for us to call.
Yeah, now I'm sad. You saddened me, filmmaker.
Ruined everything.
Anyway.
All right, so that's good. And then we jump into kind of more voiceover from Matthew Good, right?
Do you feel immortal? Was almost the quote for the episode, but
he's playing the heavy villain a little bit much here. He's giving us themes, I think, right now, right? About like kind of legacy and how the buildings stand long after you're gone, blah blah blah, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Really selling it to Sir Kingsley here by this service here, and he keeps going. And there's just a bunch of shots now of Ben Kingsley's character kind of standing in various places, the above ground cemetery, science lab.
We see the vessel. We see the Ryan Reynolds body.
Yeah, it didn't look like him, but
yeah, it didn't look like him, but
right. I was like,
it is him.
Yeah, I was like, who is that?
And then I was going to say, Sir Kingsley's, asking if they're alive. He's clearly kind of interested in the ethics of this. When not interested enough to not move forward. But.
Yeah. No. That's the details, but
yeah. And Matthew Good's like, no, don't worry, empty vessels. Like, that's a weird thing to call people, but okay.
And why would you be like, yeah, sure, I'm still all in.
Yep, bought in. How did you make? I don't want to know where this came from.
don't want to know how the sausage is made. Just make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then the voiceover like still kind of going, but Matthew Good's character is like, we want to give humanity's greatest minds more time to fulfill their potential.
Yeah, stupid.
Just really laying into it.
Really laying into the message that rich people want to send all of us is that they are smart and deserving of their wealth.
Yes.
When we really know that they are also idiots like the rest of us.
Yes. Yeah.
For the most part.
Some mega rich people, they want to leave this planet and go find another planet to live on. Yes. Some just want to take over partially dead bodies.
Yes. This is capitalism propaganda 101. You need to idolize the rich people because they're better than you.
Yeah, I wonder why this movie didn't do too well.
It's 2015. People were hot on that then.
Yeah, nothing like watching rich people do rich people things, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, people love that.
Yeah, it's fucking fantastic. And then we get the very clear, I don't even think music was playing. They want to make sure this is clear that Matthew Good, yet again, the villain, he's like, if we do this, there's no turning back.
Yeah, obviously.
I've
got brain cancer.
Your old life is over.
Yes. Of course it is. You were going to die.
But I'd also be like, from a movie perspective, like, well, is it though? I'm guessing not, because then there wouldn't be a movie. Like,
well, I don't know. I saw them put a sheet over Ben Kingsley in the pre-trailer.
Yeah. I mean, I know what happens.
I know it's about to happen.
It's the other guys whose life isn't over yet.
Right. Well, I'll save it for prognostications.
Yeah, fair. And then we're another shot of rich guy stuff, just private jetting, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talking on private phones on a private jet. And
then cuts to like a bunch of cuts of them doing the procedure, like running around with hospital beds and whatnot. Like it looks like he's contemplating. This is a tough choice for him to make. There's no turning back.
Yeah, the procedure's kicked off. He's strapped down, and there's a little back and forth. He's like, "What is that?" And then the guy's like, one of the lab technicians like, "Something to stop your heart." And in a classic old guy fashion, he's like, "What?
What?" Here's something to stop your heart.
I can't explain it. You're too old.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Oh boy. And then, oh yeah.
Well, I was gonna say this is when we get like the, every movie, like science is happening, like quick cuts and like staticky photo, and you're like, look, the experiment is occurring.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah. And
they're like, you see the two, they're each in their machine beds here that they showed you kind of in the pre-trailer, like an MRI. They're basically in MRI machines, right? And it warps the screen. It goes like, whoa.
Like, you might as well just put them on two platforms, raise them up to the sky, and wait for lightning bolts to hit them. Type of moment.
It's the same. Yes.
But yeah, a lot of spinny things, because that's how science happens. A lot of spinny stuff. You got to spin things to make science happen. I'm not sure if you know that, but at the same time, this is where the music actually really kicks in. Kind of sounds like it should be from a Transformers movie.
Yes.
We are doing
Mr.
science.
Kingsley's dead. Long live Ryan Reynolds.
We're doing a lot of science, although in the beginning of this trailer, we were told there is no science. So conflicting.
Sorry, there is no science.
There is no right. There is no science. So
well, without sacrifice.
Oh, right.
You forget the end of the sentence.
And then we're Ryan Reynolds, but
which immediately. They basically do that because it goes into Ryan Reynolds in sweatpants sitting at a table, being like, "Oh, my new body," and he literally says, "It has that new body smell," in reply to "How are you?" which is something Ben Kingsley would never say.
Yeah, that is straight Ryan Reynolds. That is a Ryan Reynolds line right there. I'm surprised he wasn't pouring his own gin into a glass as he said it.
And also, I don't like what this universe is implying because he doesn't have an accent, and your act like that is entirely in your brain. So if they're transferring his consciousness to Ryan Reynolds, he should still have Ben Kingsley accent.
Did Ben Kingsley did he have an accent?
Yeah, he just has like his usual. No, he's just how he talks. It's just how he talks.
It's just.
But Ryan Reynolds should be doing a Ben Kingsley impression.
Yeah,
the whole movie,
which should have been so good.
That's he's actually a fancy rich guy.
Yeah, that's not an accent I think either one of us can do.
No, we can't. It's like almost British, but it's not.
And then we get shots of, this is where I saw like caught shots of New York.
Yep.
And down in Louisiana. And then the doc here, Matthew Good, he's like telling Ryan Reynolds, he's like, have some fun at your age, I think you've earned it.
He earned it. Come on.
And then this is when the trailer gets hot. Cue the 2015 hottest club song. I don't know whatever this song was. It kicks on.
Oh, I don't think this was a hot song.
I don't know. I didn't like. It was just whatever.
I should have looked it up.
It's literally just talking about being rich and like having things, and it went from sci-fi music to club song. Then we just get a bunch of rich young guy shots.
Yep.
Yep.
It's the same movie, but with Ryan Reynolds now.
doing young rich guy stuff like riding jet skis, running, driving cars, some water jet propulsion thingy out of the water.
Which is pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. I'd do that. More cars, nice suits, playing basketball. at the club with drinks.
Yep.
It's literally all this, that just shots of those things. Rich young guy stuff. So
yeah.
And then we get a very on brand Ryan Reynolds joke about as a woman strips, he's like, I haven't seen something like that in 52 years. More basketball, more making out with women.
To be clear, we like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
I'm a fan.
He didn't write the movie.
He didn't write the movie. Someone wrote this for him and he just cranked it out. So
also,
and him playing pool.
Not to backtrack us too much here.
But okay, what do we got?
But are you saying Ben Kingsley's not British?
Oh shit.
Because I'm pretty sure he's British. I didn't want to I didn't want to commit to it too hard and look stupid, but I'm pretty sure he has a British accent.
But it's subtle though. I mean,
sure.
He's an English actor, but it's not yes.
So yes, my point is even more stands. Ryan Reynolds should be doing it at the very least.
Agreed.
A subtle British accent.
I don't disagree with you here at all, and I don't disagree that Ben Kingsley is English.
Okay, good.
But it's so subtle that it
okay.
Yeah, you're right.
You're like, does Ben Kingsley have an accent? And I was like, I thought so. Are you gaslighting me right now?
Well, I meant in this in the trailer though. He's an actor, so he can.
No, he can't.
Like Ben, he spoke like 2 words in this whole thing. He said, "What?" I was like, sorry. Apologies for past statements here.
Daddy!
Yeah, in a pretend movie, in a pretend scenario, aka a movie.
I just want to clear the air. Ben Kingsley, famous English actor.
Correct. Doesn't really have a strong one in real life, I don't think, but it's a movie, and he said 2 words. So.
He said, "What?
What?"
That's my British saying of that.
So yeah, I think maybe have we gone too far in these? We're blurring the lines between reality and.
Yes, I don't know what's real anymore.
He could act himself out of an accent.
Yes, I agree. Sorry.
That's okay. I love that you're hung up on that though. That's good. I like it.
I got really stressed about it.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. No, yes, you're right. He is from England, and yes, he does have an accent.
Thank God.
I was thinking more in the movie.
Am I losing my mind?
Sorry. No, you might be still, because we're talking about a movie.
So this is when we start the dreams, right? The dreams and the hallucinations, which we explicitly say it's not a hallucination.
Well, Well, just before that, we get more rich young guy stuff happening, right?
Sorry, sex and basketball and sex.
Yeah, sex and basketball and basketball, I think. And more cars, and then all this partying,
jogging,
and running, jogging, and then it looks like all this awesomeness has caught up to Ryan Reynolds and character, and he just collapses in the bathroom, and then he starts seeing flashes of a woman, images of kids and stuff like this. Mm-hmm. Total mood killer for a rich young guy, right?
Tell me about it.
At the club, driving a Ferrari, and now I'm getting flashes of a wife and a kid. Yikes.
Yeah, don't crash. So this is when we get the classic daddy, because apparently Ryan Reynolds has a daughter who's hugging him in this dream hallucination reality nightmare, and
he's telling someone, I'm assuming Matthew Good, it wasn't a hallucination,
right?
So then we get a quick shot of
is that your Ben Kingsley impression?
was it good? I don't know.
Is that your Ben Kingsley? Is that your Ryan Reynolds doing Ben Kingsley?
Wasn't a hallucination. That's actually not bad. That would be it. Yeah, it's pretty good.
That is a good Ryan Reynolds doing
Ben Kingsley. Yeah. I'll take that. You know what? Now I think about it, Ben Kingsley was doing an accent this entire time.
Anyway, he does have an accent
in the 2 words he said so far. Okay, yeah. So then,
we're like some private island where Ryan Reynolds. It seems like he was also a rich guy, maybe, because rich people are the only ones that matter.
Yeah. That's all that matters in this.
Right.
Yes.
Can you imagine if it was a poor person?
God.
Ew.
Right?
Not interested.
No, thank you. They can't even afford to get into the building. Like, come on. This movie is going to be so shitty. And then we get Matthew Good again being great villain, dropping us some serious, information about immortality, and that
immortality has some side effects, Mr. Bond. He doesn't say Mr. Bond, but implied it.
Pretty fucking close. I wonder if the immortality and side effects thing was in like some fine print that Ben Kingsley didn't read. Like, why wouldn't that be discussed? This was on my mind. Like, this drove me nuts. Like, why wouldn't?
I don't know.
All right, then Ryan Reynolds does a little B&E, a little breaking and entering. For those not in the know, in not a rich guy house,
presumably Ryan Reynolds' house.
Yeah, but some poor house, whatever. And
so I guess maybe he is a poor.
He is a poor. Well, yeah, that's what they're doing. That's what the company. All right, prognostication. I'll save it. Like, this trailer is.
I'm getting some poor's body.
Yeah, obviously, clearly. And this is where the twist drops. He's breaking his house and he sees photos of him and a family. Ryan Reynolds' character, actual guy,
right?
And he's having flashes of I think his former life.
That's right.
Dun dun dun. And then a woman with a gun confronts him and is like,
I think that's his daughter. Yeah, probably right.
I think she grown up. Prognostication. Let's save it.
Sorry, my bad. A woman.
And is like, how was this possible? Yep. And that's what
this summer. It's possible.
An entitled card this summer. You want to see possibility this summer. And then we get the same line from the trailer, progress, sacrifice, there's no science, blah, blah, blah. And then we see a science lab. And we get the shot of a mother and a daughter.
Right. And Ryan Reynolds has a gun now.
Yeah, this is where it gets super slicey dicey.
Shower.
Yeah, this felt like this part of the trailer, like this last chunk of the trailer felt like whoever was editing this trailer was like, ugh, this movie is so garbage. Let's just grab all the shots of where there's a gun and quickly splice them together to make it seem like it's interesting. Ryan Reynolds, him saying, I never wanted to see others to suffer, or never wanted others to suffer.
Which you had to know.
Right?
Come on.
That's definitely, rich guy internal conflict right there. You're a real estate mogul in New York City. Yeah. Are you kidding me?
You knew.
You've evicted a few people in your day.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we get a title card.
Yeah. Because every poor schmuck in America is just an embarrassed millionaire, right? As whoever that said that, Lyndon Johnson probably. Temporarily embarrassed millionaire. So now they're like, would you take a life?
And then we get a bunch of cuts now of like Ryan Reynolds' characters kind of trying to figure out this mysteries, out in the country or whatever.
Yeah, it's a Scooby-Doo movie now.
Yeah, definitely.
Like he's at like an abandoned carnival, kind of. It was a really weird scene. I didn't understand.
It was really weird. It was.
Yeah.
And then Matthew Good chiming in, telling me he's like, I gave you everything that you wanted.
Yeah, and he's like, I took that man's life. I did.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds is doing his best shot at an Oscar.
This ain't it.
Then we get quick shots of Ben Kingsley and Ryan. They're kind of looking concerned, different things. And then we get the next title card, the follow-up to the previous one to complete the sentence. To live forever? ?
Yeah, because you too can also do this.
You could take a life to live forever.
Would you though? Would you, Russ?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, what the fuck?
Sounds dope.
I mean, it sounds dope until the world ends, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah, who cares? Let's get a new one.
The question is, though, can I get like same version of me, or do I get like?
No, you get Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, amazing.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. It's like just some dead poor schmuck off the side of the road. Like, I don't know, but
no. You get some Ryan Reynolds caliber. Let's say
that's a no-brainer,
right?
Who is saying no to that?
Dum-dums. That's it.
All right. So then we get shots of Kingsley in a cemetery again, and then we get like this weird kind of introduction.
It's not making sense now.
Yeah. Is this where Ryan Reynolds is telling someone via video chat, it seems like, that soon he'll be gone. He can feel himself fading.
I don't think it's video chat. I think that's how they're going to do like internal Ryan Reynolds chat.
No.
I think. Yeah. I think that
it looked like it was like a
I know it was bad.
Oh, I hope you're not right.
It looked like it was like holodeck Ryan Reynolds being like, "You're my only hope."
99.9% of the time, I hope you're right when these things, but this one, okay. And we get a shot of Ryan with a gun in a science lab. He's like aiming it at people, I think. I don't know.
Yeah,
and
it
then,
looks like bad stuff's happening, right?
And I mean, slow me down if there's anything I miss here, but then it's just like a bunch of quick shots. We'll rattle them off. So there's Ben Kingsley on a stretcher, Ryan in a science lab with an iPad CAT scan over his head or something like that.
Sure. Yeah.
Matthew Good saying like, without me, your mind will relapse.
Right. Which is good.
Not nearly as good as I just said it. Quick shots of some blurry Times Square, which means like his memories are probably popping back in.
Right.
Ryan doing some gun action. Pew, pew, pew.
Yep.
People doing some more things. Some people hugging.
Explosion.
Crazy car accident.
Yeah.
And then we finish with Matthew Good, who's pretty much led this entire trailer, saying, "And we both know who takes over."
Right.
Because when he told him, he's like, "Without me, your mind will, relapse."
Right.
To what?
Right.
Oh, it's going to relapse to dead guy.
Right. And then he says, "I'm the only one standing between you and living." But
who?
Is he talking to Ryan Reynolds then?
Or is he?
Or Ben Kingsley? I'm confused.
Yeah. And then we get a shot of Ryan Reynolds looking in the mirror, but we see Ben Kingsley's face.
Classic Freaky Friday.
Oh, boy. And then we get some quick shot of some digital brain scan stuff. And then Ben Kingsley getting some oxygen.
And then I think it's over, right? Just about like
thank
title
God.
card.
I think that's it. And then we get the title card, self/less.
And then their stupid website.
2015, outlive.life, which I went to. It's currently parked and for sale.
Nice. Just like the phone number.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's a shame.
We should start a Patreon so we can buy it and then turn it into something else.
How much do you think it'd be?
When you go to it, it says like $2,000.
Oof. Steep. Okay. Yeah. We should start
It's $1 from everyone that's downloaded all of our episodes.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, how about this? We'll use $1 from every ITMT, the board game that gets sold in order to then buy that domain.
I like the idea of buying up all these viral domains from all these movies and then turning them into.
That's a great idea.
Sometimes I have them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's the end of the trailer. Let's prognosticate with Jared and Russ right now.
I think so.
Okay, so
yeah, what do you think's gonna happen?
I mean, this trailer, I feel like kind of laid it all out for us. I'm just curious. Obviously, you have like a brain problem here.
Mm-hmm.
Partially alive dead guy, Ryan Reynolds, poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to call him poor guy because I'm assuming that's what this company's doing, right?
Sure.
If they're called Phoenix Legacy Limited, obviously they're taking dead poor people and turning blah blah. Okay,
burning them up. Yep.
I'm just curious, like, what their angle is. What do they? Is it just what's Matthew Good? Why is he being such a villain here? Like, what is he getting out of this? Is there something that Ben Kingsley has? Is he just going to steal his real estate? Like, what's the whole plan here?
I don't.
Like, why is he being such a villain? Because like the story just of Ben Kingsley and Ryan Reynolds alone would be kind of a good,
Yeah, I think I think it's like the Hostel kind of situation where you just assume that every rich person's like up to no good because they are.
I mean,
so like I think that's what it is. I think you're right. Like otherwise, he just seems like a regular business guy. But I think it's just because he's also evil.
Yeah, I mean,
like the premise of the business is kind of evil.
Yeah, I mean, we can see. I mean, there's gonna be some arc for Ben Kingsley's character, right? Because.
Is that what you're prognosticating?
Yes, I'm prognosticating that like there's got to be. I mean, you got Ryan Reynolds, poor guy character bleeding through, but
sure.
it's still Ben Kingsley's character's. He's in there, right? So he's gonna like kind of. There's gonna be some battle there, and he's gonna give in and like try to help the family. But I don't like why.
I'm prognosticating the opposite. I think you think he's gonna get soft and be like, oh, I actually care about Ryan Reynolds having his own life back again. And then he's going to be like, give me the drugs. And then he's going to go full takeover.
This is crazy, but actually it's okay if we agree on prognostications. I think you're right. It's going to be, I think you're right. It's going to be, to reiterate what you just said, but.
Yep. They're going to make you think that he's going to do the right thing. And then it's going to be like, gotcha.
It's a classic rich versus poor.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Kingsley and Good are evil rich people. Ryan Reynolds' character.
I'm also predicting that Ryan Reynolds' daughter there has
the older woman. I think
behead him at some point.
Oh, like a Highlander.
Oh yeah, situation? It's definitely the woman with the gun in the house.
Yeah.
And then I think Well, I think Ben Kingsley does the whole, no, I'm taking this body forever. And Ryan Reynolds gets out one last gasp of like, don't let me live like that. And then she's like she just has to kill him, right?
And she's like, before she does, she's like, and there can be only one.
Right. Yes, exactly.
What happens to Matthew Good? What do you think? I think he gets. You think he just gets shot, or you think he just like kind of sneaks away in the background? He's like, haha, see you next time, Mr. Bond.
Yeah, I think he does it again. I think he keeps doing his business.
Because as we know, rich people, there are
no consequences, right?
They don't lose. There's no consequences, right? So
right, exactly. Yeah. No, I think he just keeps going.
Yeah, he takes over Ben Kingsley's real estate empire and now has even more power.
Right. I think there's a Selfless 2, like there was like a Hostel 2, where it's like different characters, but all kind of around the same shady business.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at the end, Big Pharma wins, right?
Big Pharma wins.
Yeah. I think we're good.
I have a feeling whatever I expect will be subverted and probably not for the better. So I think I'm going to be disappointed regardless of what specifically I'm going to be disappointed in.
I'm feeling very good that everything we just said is exactly how this movie's going to go. I'm even going with like the decapitation, and there can be only one. So
yeah, and the Highlander bill. Yeah, I'm in. Okay,
absolutely.
Sure.
All right.
let's can't wait. Let's find out.
Yep. All right. Well, that's the trailer trash for Self/Less 2015 movie. We're going to do the whole breakdown next week. So thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. I just said that.
Yep.
With our full breakdown. I also just said that. But in the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets Up or ITMTpod on Twitter. And you should subscribe and follow us wherever you listen to us, whatever platform that is.
Yep. Whatever service you happen to be on. Great call out. You can also leave us a review while you're on some of those platforms like Spotify, Apple, the big two for that sort of thing.
The big deuce.
Or you can reach out to us directly if you have a correction you want to make, something you want to gripe about, something you want to compliment us on. Send us an email. It's thismeetsthat@gmail.com. And you can also find all of our episodes, the whole back catalog, including Fairly Lethal Part 2, at our website. It's thismeetsthat.com.